guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're also doing a voiceover for us doing our little dice game for stuffing our future home binder that we just made in another video. Because it didn't die this time. My mic didn't die this time. It just had real weird staticky sound, not even a single thing that I said. So now we get to do a voiceover. All the money that you see there that we're going to stuff today, it's been stuffed over basically this year, little by little. And then I exchanged as much as I could into 5s and or 1s, but I had some 10s left over. So then I just decided that I would start each envelope with a 10 and then add 5s and then add 1s, which you will see. And I think that's what I'm explaining right now is what I just said to you guys. Excuse me if you keep hearing me take kind of deep breaths. I have asthma and it's being a pain today, so apologies. But we got our 10s, our 5s, and then our 1s, and I cannot remember how much was actually there, so I don't know how much we actually stuffed without taking it all back out. If you see me roll a dice again like this one, it's because I only have 10 envelopes, but my die goes up to 12. So when it lands on 11 and 12, then I re-roll. So we landed on a 2 on that one. So furniture and decor. Some of these I don't know if I'll be able to see because of the light. And that one's a 7. And at some point in here, I realized that I miscounted and was adding money to an envelope that was meant for another one. But each envelope does end up getting stuffed with something, so that's all that matters, and it's all going essentially to the same place. So miscellaneous gets 10. I think that was an 8, which is tiny house. So since we already had a 10 in there, I now added a 5. And then speaking of a 5, we just rolled number 5. So yeah, like you notice, each envelope when it starts will get a 10, and then we'll go to 5, and then a couple 5s, and then 1s eventually. So we had 2 12s, which we don't have 12 envelopes, and then number 8 again. For I believe that's tiny house, and then number 5 again, which is repairs. I did speed this up a little bit just because it's a very long process, but I didn't want it to just keep dragging out, especially with doing a voiceover, and I have no idea what I was initially saying in the video. Anyways, I think I asked the question when I made the binder, but if there's any envelopes that you guys might have in like your future home binders, if you have one that I may have missed, comment down below, let me know. I want to make sure I kind of cover my grounds with everything. A lot of people said I have everything they did, but maybe there's one person out there that has something I didn't think of and nobody else thought of. There we go. We got our first number 10 for closing costs and property tax. And then I think that's a 6. So down payment gets a 5. And number 1, so our land, I gave 2 5s because I ran out of 10. But I still wanted to make sure it started with 10, like the rest of them. And I'm pretty sure it was landscape. Here's me trying to figure out if it's a 6 or a 9. Landscape, as you can see, didn't have any money there yet. And I think that is the one I was mixing up with, or miscounting my envelopes with repairs probably. So repairs ended up with a little bit of the money. I think that's a 7, it looks like. For homeowners insurance, I believe that was. And we got, I think this is where I realized I messed up, but nope, not quite. That's repairs again. And then 7 for homeowners insurance. And then we've got, I think that's 4 for utilities. And 2 for furniture and decor. I think that's a 4. And a 2. It went back and forth, and a 4. It went back and forth between the same numbers a few times, and so I was just like, look, you've had enough in there. So down payments, getting some now. I think the rest of those 5s, I think there's only 2 5s left in there, and I was hoping to keep it for when I landed on landscaping. So homeowners insurance. And then we got an 8 for miscellaneous. Oh, nope, I guess I did have one more 5 in there. Now I'm saving those 5s. Number 10, we'll get $1. And nope, I can't tell what number that is. I think 3. And 2 for furniture and decor. So we're hoping to be able to build, or honestly, we want to build so that it's the way that we want it to be. But if we found what we wanted with the space that we want, we would probably buy one. But we want to do that within the next couple of years. I'm working really hard on getting my debt paid off and helping my credit so that when that time comes, we don't have setbacks because of credit scores and so on. So we got a couple years. I think where we're renting, we just signed for the next 2 years. And I think this is where I finally hit landscaping. But I also realized I screwed up on the number of envelope. But oh well, it all got a little bit of something. But we have a lease on the house we're in now for the next 2 years. So we have at least 2 years to save up, figure out where, like what side of town we want to live on, how we want to do it, and all of that stuff. And then sit down and talk with some people about price ranges and everything that this would consist of, whether we build or buy. If anybody has built a house recently, like in the last year or two, as prices have gone up, how was that process for you guys? Do you have any tips and suggestions on what to do to prepare? Comment down below and let me know, please. I will take any tips and advice on it. Tiny house is getting $1. So tiny house is my boyfriend's brother would live with us still, but we wanted to be able to let him have his own space instead of being like in our house, feeling like he didn't have anything. So we thought of the idea of getting like one of those sheds that you can convert into like a small house so that he has his own space, but he's still close enough that if he needed anything, we're right there. And so that's what tiny house is. But I was saying I'll continue to set money aside into the saving or the sinking fund in my long-term binder, and then once in a while exchange the money to put into this binder with the dice game. If you enjoyed my content, make sure you subscribe, make sure your bell's on, comment down below, share it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.